Okay, I experienced a little technical difficulty there with my computer during my video that I was just shooting. So hopefully I'll just have amended this video, appended it onto the end of the other video, and there'll be no disruption for you. But if there was, and you had to click into a different link, I apologize for that. My computer started to shut down. I guess I didn't have it plugged in all the way. And what's worse, I thought I was going to lose this video, which would have been really upsetting because it's already over an hour for anyone who's been watching this long. But if you remember, if I selected one, I got to enter a custom menu. I'll just redo it right quick just in case I do have to do a separate link for this video. I could type a separate menu to the computer screen. I could try to switch to a different menu, but again, that doesn't work if I'm still in the custom menu section. If you remember, if this video is a continuation or if you watched the last video, I have to press the black button in order to get out of the custom LCD menu screen. And then I can get out and I can show other screens like the time that elapsed since the last reset, the button count thing, and I haven't pressed any buttons thus far, but like the buttons count increases as I press the buttons, and the RGB LED color is changing accordingly. It doesn't show up very well in the video, but it is supposed to be green, red, yellow, and blue, and it shows up good here, but the video doesn't show very well. And if I go to menu option 4, I can show the pot value. The pot value changes as I adjust the potentiometer value here. So one end it's 40 there, the other end. This doesn't really work that well in one sense, because if I change the pot value, technically it would display on the LCD screen, but when the contrast changes, it doesn't really work. So that's kind of a poor choice, I guess, what I'm doing there. Maybe there would be a better way to do that in the future. I would set up a separate potentiometer that would display, so I can actually show you just a pot value changing without changing the actual contrast. Because unfortunately, when I change this contrast, you no longer see the screen very well. But I mean, you get the concept of what's happening anyway. I'm adjusting that; it's updating in live time. So that's pretty much the code. You'll notice whenever I switch into the non-button count code, that the LED no longer lights up. So if I'm in this code and I press a button, the color of the button persists on the RGB LED while I'm not in the code. But if I switch to another menu, like the potentiometer menu, you'll notice that the RGB LED goes away. And so if I'm back in this code and if I press the red button and then I go to a different menu option like time, the RGB turns off. So essentially that's the coding challenge for this one. Yeah, pretty much that's it. So I've incorporated a couple other things that weren't in the original circuit. Again, the ability to change the message, so you can display another message showing the hours, minutes, and seconds, as well as counting button presses. Some troubleshooting that you might have ran into. If the screen is blank or flickering, adjust the contrast. So try adjusting the potentiometer. As you can see, if the screen is blank, it is most likely a result of you having the contrast turned off or something, or all the way down. So adjust your potentiometer so that you're not flickering, or that you can actually see the characters. So that's one troubleshooting issue. Adjust your potentiometer. If it's not working at all, double check your wires. There's a lot of different wires associated with the LCD in particular, and then if you've added any other capability, like buttons or anything else, again, one of the number one things that seems to always go wrong for me if I'm running into issues is a wire's come undone because it's being pulled or something like that. If you see 16 rectangles like this on the first row, it may be just due to a jumper wire being loose. Again, loose wires, again, as it said up here, is often going to be your nemesis when it's dealing with live circuits. And again, here wires come again. Still not working? Jumper wires unfortunately go bad. You might have to replace it. I've had that as well. So it's just, there's a lot of stuff going on when you have all these wires. Like, look at all the connections for the LCD, all the connections there, all the connections for any other buttons you have, or the potentiometer, or in the next circuit we're going to talk about the temperature sensor. A lot of different connections, and you know, a lot of things can go wrong. The wires can come loose. But on that note, I'll say goodbye. And that's it. So see you guys later. Thanks for watching.